So what's up, Rock?
Well, oh, there you are. You came back, and it is a little tiny little bit of delay. I'll tell you what's up, Duncan. If I'm honest with you, and the sun's shining, and I'm feeling good, so I don't mind asking you this kind of a question. It's not the one that's on there. I do that every darn week. There we go. I've read about tearing down the Stadia app APK, and I've even watched a few videos from one of my favourite YouTubers, Jem, who happens to be in the chat. What does it mean? What does he mean? What's an APK anyway?
The APK is basically the. I've actually got notes for this. Isn't
Ooh,
that really weird,
are they on
isn't
your
it?
camera?
You're on my camera on the other side there. Basically, when the new update comes out for the apps, you can go in and deconstruct them and then go through line by line what's been added to the app. And sometimes you get little gems.
Ah,
Right, right,
hey, see that
right.
one? I tell you what, he's worth paying for, folks.
Yeah. I made that joke as well earlier in the website, and you can get some little gems
I bet
of
Jem is like,
information.
oh God, I hear it every day. Oh,
I know.
oh.
You can get some information what may be coming with the latest update to these apps. So basically, they get the APK, which is just basically the application, and they decompile it. So they open it up and
Yep.
then just it's not like in English, it's actually in code, and you can work out bits and bobs what is going to happen, uh, maybe down the line, or what they're thinking of working on. And this week, there's been one 9 to 5 started the APK, and Jam and Stadia Source also started looking to see what else they could find. Basically, this one is there looks like there's microphone support coming to mobile app play. Also, looks like you will be able to play on your mobile phone soon without having to have it connected to the Wi-Fi as an experiment. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that comment there.
So don't
Have
worry,
you-
you don't need to see it.
oh, I did.
Carry on, my friend.
Sorry, I thought it was. It looks like you'll be able to play on mobile soon using your mobile network instead of having it connected to the Wi-Fi as an experiment. So again, what we're mentioning here doesn't mean it's coming. It's just in the APK, which means it may be being worked on, but the chances are there's a fair chance these stuff will come. We also got more information on the family sharing. So again, when you look at these APKs, it's about 60-70% that they're going to be coming. It's not up there like when the games get listed on ESRB, they're much more likely to happen. These things
Okay.
mentioned in APKs could happen, but they could happen next week. They could happen years down the line, or
Yep.
they might not happen at all.
May never happen at all. I know because you are a genius, and
No.
I wouldn't want to put you on the spot normally, but what does APK stand for?
Now you're flipping telling me.
God, I knew I could catch you out. Come on,
Yes.
you know what it stands for, surely. You know that it's an Android package, don't you, Duncan?
Yes.
Of
I
course you
was telling
do.
what.
I'm just
Yes,
helping. I mean, you know
yeah,
all these things.
you just like showing off when you put me on the spot. I'm awful when I'm put on the spot like that, trying to
I would
think of
never
it.
do that to you, my friend.
Yeah. The interesting one for me with this latest one is it's the family sharing again. I know everybody's banging on about the family sharing. For me, that's not the big takeaway because I think that is common, but there's so many problems with the family sharing because there will be legal hoops that have to go through. They'll have to contact all the publishers. Some publishers won't want it shared.
Yep.
I just see the family sharing one being it's going to be a minefield. So anything I see in the family sharing, I'm not taking it with a. I'm taking it with a pinch of salt until we get
Okay.
the official confirmation. The one that actually is the big one for me is play on mobile data. I believe that is coming by the end of September at the latest. And you go, why do you think that? The reason is xCloud is going public in September, and you can already play it on your mobile network without having to have it connected to the Wi-Fi. So that is why I think this is going to come sooner rather than later, and it will be under an experiment, and there are going to be lots of quote saying this is not ideal scenario for this to play. We do not recommend this. Blah blah blah. Do what the mobile phones as well. It's not 100% supported. This is in testing. This isn't beta. But I believe this one is coming reasonably soon.
So I've just put a link in chat to the wrong place. How many times do I do this? Don't click on that one, folks. You'll blow your computer up. What you want is that one, which is Jem's video. There was some fascinating stuff in this. One of the things that I thought was quite interesting was that the forthcoming mobile network usage looks like it's going to be capped at about 480 pixels rather than even 1080, which I thought, or even 720, which is of course xCloud. I thought that was quite interesting, Duncan.
Yeah, that is quite it. That's to save some bandwidth. That might actually indicate that we may be getting it into some other countries as well.
Yeah.
When because of the caps and the infrastructure's not as great, the mobile infrastructure's not as good. So I'm actually, that doesn't surprise me. And there's been a lot of talk about xCloud's only 720p, but they don't care. It's only 720p because most people are going to be playing that on their mobiles. Stadia actually has to worry about having the TVs as well. So it's for me the 420 or 480, 720, it's not a big, massive game changer on mobile devices because it's on a much smaller screen, so you don't really need it as much as that, even though as much as I love that new phone from the Republic of Gamers. Yeah, don't be worrying about the numbers. Just go and play it and see if it's dead on for you. That's great.
Thanks, Doug. I was getting a bit worried. I think, do you know what? My only concern, and you're right, I mean, it'll be rolled out as an experimental feature, and the same as they've done with access to all Android devices. Hello, what happened there? That was magical. But what does worry me is the fact that you're going to get a lot of the other platforms going, we've got full 720 on our device, or using xCloud or whatever the other service is, or that for me is probably the kind of, are they not just lining themselves up for a slap?
Again, it's the APK. I think it's going to be in flux.
Right.
So again, APKs are more like an indication where they're thinking, where they're going. It doesn't mean that they are going that way. You could be all cynical here and go, that could be just trying to put people off the scent.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So you think they're being clever? They're playing double psych, sort of making us all go, 480p, and then they go, 4K. It was just a little typo in the APK.
Yeah. It could be something
be
like
nice,
that,
wouldn't it?
or they put in the 480 and it's the lowest possible sort of one, and that's actually there's just so many different things.
It could happen. But I know, as Happy says, and as I've said, this is all in Gem's video, folks. Go and look on YouTube for Gem Stadia. Not Get Pack Challenges. That's somebody else completely. That's Mr. Morphs. It's my version of the Stadia APK Teardown 2.26, and he talks about that. He also talks about the fact that Family Share looks like it's going to be expanded out, because it kind of, I think there was a string that said something like you've reached the maximum amount of people that can use Family Share or play a game with Family Share, which to me sounds like, yes, we're all going to get to play together, which is, for me, that's manna from heaven. I'll happily pay everybody in the family to have an account if we can all play the games together.
Yeah, again, with the Family Share, I would be, until we get the actual confirmation, I would be very worried about that, because it's going to be up to the publisher, and I'm going to say it's going to be on a game-by-game basis.
Okay.
Because on the other platforms as well, there's some very strong and strict licenses involved where you can't actually do Family Share with all the games. So I think it's going to be a mix. I think you're going to get some games you'll be able to play together. You're going to have some games you can only play one at a time, and there'll be some games completely ruled out that you won't be able to Family Share.
Okay.
It's going to be all different. So
fair enough. Fair enough. Well, there you go. So the key thing is that this is information that's taken from the very latest Android app. We'd love to say the very latest iPhone app, but sadly, we don't have playable games on the old iPhone yet. And also, you can't break down an iPhone app like you can an Android app, so you wouldn't get the same info. But it's the very latest one, and as you've rightly said, the one prior to this had some slightly different information. So it's likely, it's liable to change. And we've still not seen a rollout of some of the stuff that was promised in previous APKs either. So it's no guarantee of when that stuff's going to get rolled out, but it kind of is an indicator that they're moving closer, ever closer to some of those big features. And I think it's fair to assume. We know, for example, that a lot of games with some of the YouTube features in are launching by September. So we're talking, inside of what, 11 weeks and less for some of those. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Great. Well, thank you very much for that, helping me out there, Dunk, with the old What's Up Rock. I always get a bit concerned. It's important for me. I just need to relax on a Sunday, and you tell me everything. Keep me all happy. So that's brilliant. Let's